thank you for tuning in again for another motivation morning. Just waiting for the other feeds to get streaming here. I think we're good to go. So, how's everyone doing this morning, this afternoon? Having my breakfast like usual, and taking my vitamins later on, and also having a fresh cup of coffee. So, if you were to ask me if I was to ask you if you think you're strong, what do you think you would say? You'd probably say yes, right? You'd probably say yes, I am. Well, not too many people would say no, and it can also I guess depend, right? It depends what you're doing, what situation you're in, and maybe who's around you. I mean, who are you up against, right? And if it's someone much stronger than you, then you'd be the one that I guess may get pushed around. But if you have the upper hand, or if you're the stronger one, then of course you'd be the one more likely having that power, pushing people around in a good way or in a negative way. So in these scenarios, unfortunately, there's always a winner and a loser, right? Or maybe I shouldn't say it that way. There's always going to be someone that's going to be a little bit stronger, right? Stronger and weaker. So there are two ways of exerting one's strength. One is pushing down, right? Pushing someone down, and the other one is pulling someone up. There are two ways of exerting one's strength. One is pushing down, and the other is pulling up. And that's from Booker T. Washington, who's an American educator. He's an author, an orator, and an advisor to several presidents to the U.S. So you're going to meet people that are going to be stronger than you. That's for sure. Hey, thanks, Elaine, for tuning in. And you're going to meet people for sure that's going to be stronger than you, right? And you're going to come across people that are going to be weaker than you. So how do you use your strength? Will either really, depend on if they're how you put them in a beneath you in a bad way, right? Because if you're a boss, you abuse that power, you can really boss them around. Be sarcastic to them, you can be mean to them, or you can use your position and use your power and your strength to help them along, right? To help them along and to empower everyone to move together. And so, thinking back to when I was in team sports, I had teammates that had different abilities, wide range of abilities. You had the ones that were fast, right? They were small and quick. You had the taller ones that were have a good presence on the field, and then you had the big strong ones that you can rely on to defend, or to to hold back certain competitors, right? So they each had specialized skills, from offense, defense, to even the backup players, right? So everyone had their own unique ability. So everyone played together, right? But then also they lost together, but together as a team, they as a whole team, they advanced, they improved, and they won, right? And based on everyone's pulling and pushing each other in the right direction. Another great example are those obstacle courses you see people enter, like their Tough Mudders, Spartan races, other obstacle course races. Pretty tough stuff, right? Pretty tough. They look like they're a lot of fun. You get dirty if you're into that kind of stuff. They're getting popular every summer. Each competitor could probably do well by themselves, right? And there are competitors that do these races solo. But then there's also a lot of people that enter and do them together as a team, right? So they do them together as teammates. So they have to start. They have to start the start line together. And hey, Cliff, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, be a leader to empower everyone to succeed rather than bringing people down. Exactly, Elaine. Like you want to be able to, hold each other's hand and move forward together, right? In a row. So you basically, this team in the Spartan races, they need to start together, and then they have to cross the finish line together, right? So no one, if one person quits, the whole team is a DNF. They didn't finish, and so they have to start and finish together. So that means if you're falling, there'll be people who's going to stretch out their hands to pull you up. And on the flip side, if you're trying to climb up something, you're trying to get over some obstacles, there's going to be teammates that's going to, push you over the ramps, right? They're going to pull you up, and then they're going to push you over, and that's pushing in a good way because they want to help you get over that obstacle. So literally, they're shoving you over some of these obstacles to help you move on to the next stage. If someone didn't care, they just leave you, right? They wouldn't even look back. They would only look after themselves, and then they take off. They take off from everyone. And again, that's what solo races do, and that's okay, right? There's gonna be times when we're gonna be on our own, and we're gonna have to use our own skills and our own strengths to move forward. But it's the times when we're together, when we're working together, and everyone works in unison, and that would determine how far we will go, right? And we know that what happens to those that push others down, right? They don't last. They get found out. They're not nice to be around. So you don't want to be pushing people down. You want to be lifting them up, pulling them up. And so, it's midweek. It's midweek, and let's use the remaining days to do something different. Let's pull some people up and help them along. And I hope this helped you today. I hope that kind of gave you a little bit of spark to think of how big of an impact you can make for the rest of the week. So drop a like, tap that heart, like these videos, and remember to share these. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And just have an awesome day. Have an enjoyable midweek, and definitely you can make that change. So be better, be bigger, and be that change that people are looking for. So again, thank you. I'll see you again. See you again soon, and just enjoy the rest of this day. Take care.